So how's the knee doing?
Man, everything on my body feels great. I can't wait to go into camp. I'm feeling more healthy than ever.
How much of that frustrates you being slow in the spring? New staff comes in, you can't fully kind of show yourself off.
I would say, yeah, it was a little frustrating, but at the same time, just being able to find myself and knowing that, this is just a little barrier that I have to break. So, going into the next step in life, which is transitioning and trying to get into the next stage, or also being able to play college football, you got to go through some things. And so I just put it as a little mental roadblock in a way. And I just made sure that I focused on that and got my body right and pushed through so that going into this season, this fall camp, I'm more healthy than ever.
Was there anything that you tried to do to try to make up for that missed time during the offseason?
Probably just putting in extra hours in my own regimen and my little schedule, trying to figure out the best ways I can go in and get some work, but also doing my own little things, just like outside of football, and just getting my body done, getting my body looked at, worked on with the best ways possible. So that once again, I'm just ready to go into camp at 150%.
How is the move to
what was kind of your schedule in terms of like off-season regimen? Each day you wake up and do this, and this. Like, what was that?
So we had like a little, I would say like a little break, but going into that break, it was like I was taking advantage of those days and just trying to meet with everybody. Or I grew up back in Corona High School, or back in Corona, so I went like being able to see those people at Winter Circle and get my body right and other things like that, and just other places around here in LA with the best tools and be able to just crack pop and get your body in place. So it's just a blessing because I had those resources that I wasn't able to think or just use in that last year, and now going into this upcoming season, it's like I got to use every resource. I got to do the best I can to make sure like I have the professional mindset and making sure that my body is 100% right, regardless of how it may look.
How do you feel like the move to rush end benefits you?
Well, I just say it's another way of getting to the quarterback, and I love doing that. And so, with me benefiting me, I would say me being able to stand up and see more of the offense side of the ball before the snap, and being able to locate like just exactly where I need to go, and not just having a hand in the dirt, but knowing that I still have that in my back pocket, that's cool too. And that's also like another attribute I would say, because worst come to shove, if there was possibility or something like that going down the line where I had to play with my hand in the dirt, man, I'd be easily to do it.
Has your body changed at all from last year?
I would say my body has changed in the ways of like body fat percentage. I was at like 10 last year, now I'm going into 5, and just making sure that my strength and everything else, and my agility and my stamina is all at the top tier, because being able to play in a few games that I did last year, man, it's college football is a different pace, and so you got to keep up with that at all times possible. So I mean, just doing the best I can on the outside.
What went into that change? Was it like a matter of changing diet, or just the conditioning work that you were doing with the new staff?
It was probably just changing my diet, because I would eat a lot, and now it's just me being able to just eat the right foods, get the right nutrition in my body, and as well as dealing with these new staffs and seeing how they want to use me. Yeah, being coachable plays a great part in this, or the biggest part. So it's just being able to adapt to what they feel is the best for us, because at the end of the day, they have our best interests.
What food you have to give up?
Fried foods. It was too much fried foods. I was doing it on a daily basis. So yeah, I need to stop that.
Late last season, we talked, and you said you thought coming in last year that you were in college football shape, and you realized it's a different level going through camp in the summer. How did you approach the offseason differently this year that feel differently about it?
I would say doing like different types of workouts and different types of sprints. So it's like not just like running a lap and thinking, okay, well, if I get my timing down on this lap, I'll be good. No, it's running sprints and then being able to not put my hands on my hips, running sprints, doing lifting weights, not being able to bend down and bend over on my knees. And so having that mental, I'm just knowing, like even at practice, we do this thing where you can't have your hands on your hips. And so it's just little things like that, working out on your own and telling your own little mental self, like, don't put your hands on your hips, because if coach is right here, you wouldn't do it. So it's like, you just always got to push yourself outside of football.
Now it's been 8 months since Lincoln got hired. What's different about this program? What has changed, and what do you notice in the big picture?
Man, this team is man, we all love each other, and it's like everybody wants to be great. And every time we all step up and wake up and go into the facility, everybody has the mental and just wanting to push the next person, if not themselves. And Coach Riley got this thing called taking care of your own 20 square feet, and until you can do the rest. And so being able to just see how everything is, man, and just like everybody is one, and it's not like all over the place. And come from last year, it's not that we was all over the place, but we had like a little bit of unstable. Like it was like everybody was still kind of just playing college football, and so not really knowing like what it all meant for real. I feel like, and so going into this season, I feel like everybody's there, like locked in, like everybody's ready to go. We so eager to play football. We so eager to just make the next person better. So I mean, this whole team is in general, man, we've been growing. We've been growing soulfully and truthfully, man. I can't wait to see what we can do.
I'm going to steal him really briefly, and then he's going to come back.
This season is just preparing myself to not just play, I would say, a few games. It was just me being able to play every single down, and like I have to prepare my body and I have to get my mind right to where that's 100% the main goal. And so, yeah, going into the season, man, it's just like I know that I'm going to be more of an asset, and that as a team, we all need to be right there. And so as long as I'm pushing myself to every single day to be the best, I know everybody else around me is going to push themselves to be the best also, and we all going to be ready.
Who's taken the biggest jump in your mind based on what you've seen through the summer conditioning and all that, either on offense or defense? Who kind of stands out to you as really kind of moving forward?
I would say, like, I had mentioned Shane earlier, but yeah, 100% Shane. When like just coming from a different school and just being in here, like it's just like he hasn't switched the leader role. Like ever since he came in here, you knew exactly his mindset, and it was like he's been a great person as a teammate to go into every single, after we're done with practice, he'll say a speech, or even if it is a speech, or he'll just him being there and just watching him work, man. It's like you just gotta push yourself, because you can see what somebody else can do. So it's like it's almost as if you kind of letting off the gas in a way. So you just gotta keep pushing yourself and keep allowing yourself to just know better and do better at all times.
How different does this year feel for you? You came in last year with such a spotlight on you. Does it feel different this year in any way?
No, I would just feel like it's a blessing, another opportunity to be the best and to be better. And so as a team, man, just going into this, man, everybody has a mindset of just wanting to be the best. And so I say my mental has only changed in the way of just making sure that I know that I'm going to be an asset. It needs to be used. So I just need my body to be 100% right, because my availability is my best ability, and that's with everybody.
How was the coaching change from Vic to Roy impacted you?
I don't think it had affected me, but I take every situation as a blessing. And so I had made good relationships with Coach Vic, and he was a great coach. But I would say going into the transition with Coach Roy Manning, I appreciate him too. And I can't thank them both enough for being able to just instill the best they can into me as a person, and showing me that I can push through everything that my mind can tell me that I can't. And so it's like being able to just see how strong I am due to those two coaches, and just pushing always every single day, pushing the best. Like, Korey, you're good. Like, come on, keep going. And so it's like little things like that. And it's just like, man, every day is a blessing. Every day is a blessing.
He told us over there that there was one day in spring where he just thought you really brought it. He told you, that's it. Do that every day. Do you recall that moment?
I think so. I think that was that practice I had when I had a lot of stuff. But yeah, it was just being able to go out there and just take that every single play. And so after I was able to see, like, just being out there again after hurting or having a little injury, and being out there to go out there and just play football, man, it was a blessing. So man, I couldn't thank the opportunity enough, and just also hearing him and knowing that he's watching me, but everybody's watching me. So being able to go out there and just bring that every single play. Like, I got consistency on my whiteboard in my house, and so every single day I wake up, I gotta make sure that's what I had lacked out last year. And so I need to have the best consistency. I need to have consistency coming in every single day. If I'm gonna push 200% this day, maybe possibly 205 the next day, and 210 the next day. And so just being able to just always go, and not ever looking as if I have an outlet. Like, no, just keep going.
Where's that whiteboard?
Man, it's right on my door. So it's like every time I leave my door, I have to walk out, and I see consistency. I got to tap it every time.
Last one for me. When the knee injury happened, were you thinking like, what now? How can this, go through the tough season, then get a knee injury? Were you just thinking this is just kind of too much?
No, I mean, injuries happen in football, and so it's all what you do after it. And so it's like anything bad can happen to somebody, and it's all what makes them the best person out of after that situation. So it's like, yeah, man, it could be tough, and yeah, it was tough having a little injury. But once I put it in the mental and brain, you're just like, man, this is just a roadblock, man. We can be good. We just got to pass this and surpass this. God can lead us to it. He can lead us through it. And so it's making sure that I just know soulfully that there's going to be better days. There's going to be better days. Just push through these hard ones so that you can get the best of the better days. And so, man, I'm thankful to even be right here right now telling you that I'm 115% because, man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Have you seen